And now to this, rapper Silento will spend the next 30 years in prison after entering a plea on charges connected to the murder of his cousin.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I do TikTok bottom video. It was gonna hop right into it. So today we will be talking about Silento. So if you probably already seen the headline, or you seen it a couple years ago, and haven't been paying attention to the update on the case. But long story short, Silento, real name Ricky Hawk, has been convicted for the killing of his cousin Frederick Rooks III. Now, before I get into the details of this specific case and what's going on now, obviously I'm gonna get into what he was doing before that caused him to get here. And if you've been here before, I like to do shit in chronological order, so we're gonna start there. So obviously, starting with Silento, we knew he made that Watch Me. Well, watch me. I'm not getting up and do that bullshit, but no disrespect. But obviously it was a hit, so no disrespect. And obviously I was doing it when it was out. But yeah, obviously we know Silento made that. He was, at the time when he made that, he was 17, but Silento has had a troubled life. Silento does come from Atlanta. He is stated that he was born with heroin, marijuana, and cocaine possession. I mean, not possession, but in his body. He also has had a troubled life, as we've seen. He lived with his great aunt at a point before he got placed into a juvenile detention center. But obviously he was able to get out and do a couple things in his life. So he was able to drop that song at 17 that eventually became a top three song in the country. So after that, obviously, no disrespect to Silento, but I would not expect you to be able to name another Silento song after that, because I definitely cannot. And I'm not going to lie about that. I'm not going to sit here and lie about it. But that was 2015 when he dropped that hit Watch Me, whatever the fuck name that damn song is. But in 2020, Silento was charged in an incident when he lived in Los Angeles, where he threatened two people with a hatchet and walked into an unlocked stranger's home and then tried to strike these two people with the hatchet before he was disarmed by one of them. And it is alleged that he was looking for his girlfriend at the time, and he did not know the people that he was trying to hit with a hatchet. So I'm assuming from these details, he was found guilty of this. He was high as a motherfucking kite. But a hatchet? Where the fuck do you get a hatchet from, my nigga? He ain't come with that blick. I understand 10 times more a nigga came with that blick. Now, I mean, I can't understand it because he walking to somebody's home, but I'm saying a hatchet. Where the fuck do you get a hatchet from, dog? I mean, you could probably get one at a hardware, but like, who the hell is thinking, yeah, nigga, let me go get a hatchet? Or who just has a hatchet on hand? That shit, a hatchet? That's fucking nuts. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Then after being found guilty of this, he was then caught driving 143 on Interstate 85, which has a speed limit of 65. So he's going almost 80 miles over the speed limit. And when he was finally pulled over, he told the officers he had to drive like that because he was, in fact, not a regular person. Reason I find that funny is because even 5 years later, after Watch Me, what the hell was Silento doing that he was not a regular person? I promise you, if a nigga seen Silento riding down the motherfucking street, they probably wouldn't even want to do nothing to Silento, because how much money do you really think Silento got for you to even rob that nigga? I don't even think I would look at that nigga as a lick. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think I would look at that nigga as a lick. But that was towards the end of 2020. So going back now, he was out on bond for this. So while out on bond for this in January 21st of 2021, police reported to a call in Panthersville, Georgia. If you are unfamiliar with the Atlanta area, Panthersville is like right outside of Atlanta. It's in the Ellenwood, Decatur, the Cobb County side of things. Is like right in that area. And also, if you ever heard that 21 song, send me to Pantherville. 8th grade, I got caught with it. Yeah, you know what I'm fucking talking about. But reported to Pantherville, Frederick Rooks Silento's cousin, was found with multiple gunshot wounds and bullet casings nearby. Then, after this, obviously the evidence, you gotta, look into. So then they seen from surveillance on a nearby neighbor's house, they seen a white BMW leaving the scene that matched the description of Silento's, as well as when they found Silento, he had a gun that matched the bullet casings and the shooting of Rooks. So while in custody and he got arrested for this, Hawk Silento admitted to shooting Rooks, and like I already said, he admitted to the gun and the bullets that matched. So yeah. So why we are talking about this today is because Silento has finally been convicted and sentenced. So today, well, not today, but within the last week or 2 weeks, Silento, Ricky Hawk, has pled guilty but mentally ill. We'll talk about that in a couple minutes. To voluntary manslaughter, aggravated assault, possession of a firearm during a felony crime, and concealing the death, where he got sentenced for 30 years. So I was just wondering, what is the difference in pleading guilty and pleading guilty but mentally ill? Like, does that affect his case at all? Basically, they saying that it's just admitting to guilt while acknowledging they were mentally ill at the time. So it's a little different from pleading for insanity. That's what I was thinking of, pleading insanity. But clearly, that shit does not matter because he has got 30 years for that shit anyway. So it is sad to see that, somebody who had such a big I don't want to say he had a promising career, no disrespect, but somebody who had a big song that they could, capitalize off of financially and change their life. Definitely for it basically to end like this for them. Obviously, he's young as hell. I ain't gonna say young as hell because he's a little older than me, but he's 27, so he'll get out before he's 55. So he'll definitely, still get out and live life. But 27 first 55, 57, that's a big gap. That's a big gap. Coming out and you basically 60, living in a different world. That's a big gap. So that's sad to see. What's also sad to see is that the mentally ill part. Now, obviously they don't think he's that mentally ill to the fact that he, should not be punished for this crime, but mentally ill enough for it to, help his case, because he was on trial at first for malice murder. So for him not to get that murder charge, the mentally ill kind of helped him. But that shit's still sad as hell to see. Shit, it's over for him. It ain't really too much updates we're gonna get after this. So that's all I gotta say though. Like, share, subscribe, comment. IG, TikTok, on the video, and we out.